Weekly Current Affairs, May 10 to May 16, 2021. Which is the recently approved COVID-19 drug? 2DG. The Drugs Controller General of India approved the anti-COVID drug for emergency use. 2DG stands for 2-deoxyglucose. It is developed by the Defense Research and Development Organization. This is to be used as adjunct therapy in moderate to severe cases. As the drug accumulates in the virus-infected cells, it stops viral synthesis and energy production, thus preventing virus growth. Lab experiments were conducted in April 2020 with help of CCMB Hyderabad, and drug was found effective. Phase 2 clinical trials were allowed by DRDO CDSCO in May 2020. Phase 3 trials were permitted by November 2020 and overall results were presented to DCGI. The clinical trials showed faster recovery, proving the drug beneficial. What is the Israel-Palestine conflict? Answer. The violence followed a month of rising tensions between both sides. The tensions are often high between Israel and Palestinians living in East Jerusalem, Gaza, and the West Bank. Things escalated since the start of the holy Muslim month of Ramadan in mid-April 2021, with nightly clashes between police and Palestinians. The threatened eviction of some Palestinian families in East Jerusalem also caused rising anger. The confrontation intensified as Ramzan brought large crowds to Al-Aqsa, and clashes broke out between Palestinians and Israeli police and around Jerusalem's Old City. During the same period, Hamas-controlled Gaza militants fired hundreds of rockets toward Israel as a warning to withdraw, killing and wounding several people. Israel later conducted dozens of airstrikes on Gaza Strip. Gaza is ruled by a Palestinian militant group called Hamas, which has fought Israel many times. Previous events. Israel and Egypt tightly control Gaza's border to stop extremist group Hamas from getting weapons. The Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank found it a suffering because of Israeli actions and restrictions, but Israel was only acting to protect itself from Palestinian violence. Israel claims all of Jerusalem as its capital, a status not generally recognized internationally. Palestinians want East Jerusalem, captured by Israel in 1967 Arab-Israeli War, as the capital of a future state. Peace talks have been taking place on and off for more than 25 years, but so far we have not solved the conflict. What is the significance of MOU between Icai and Qfca? Answer. The Union Cabinet chaired by PM Modi gave approval to signing MOU between the Qatar Financial Centre Authority and the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India on 13 May. Benefits. Strengthen the accounting profession and entrepreneurship base in Qatar. Additional push to prospects of the Icai members in the Middle East to have better recognition, support to Indian business in Qatar. Support growth of India and Qatar's economy. Increased opportunities for Icai members to provide professional services in Qatar. Nurture and develop local professionals through specialized training. What was India-Swiss Financial Dialogue for? Answer. The fourth India-Swiss Financial Dialogue was held virtually on 11 May 2021. Shri Ajay Seth, Secretary of Economic Affairs, led the Indian delegation. Swiss side was led by Ms. Daniela Stoffel, State Secretary, State Secretariat for International Finance, Switzerland. Collaboration will be on various aspects, including investment, International Financial Services Center Authority, National Investment and Infrastructure Fund, FinTech, Sustainable Finance, and Cross-Border Financial Services. Matters relating to G20, IMF, and tax challenges arising from the digitalization of the economy were also discussed along with infrastructure financing. Emphasis on importance of coordinated bilateral action on clean and resilient post-COVID world. Sustained future collaboration between both countries in the areas of mutual interest. Why was Nepal PM reappointed? Answer. KP Sharma Oli was reappointed Nepal's Prime Minister by President Bidya Devi Bhandari on 13th May after opposition parties were unable to put together a coalition government by the 9 pm deadline. Oli had lost a trust vote in House of Representatives on May 10 but was to take the oath of office on 14 May and to prove that he has majority support in the House within 30 days. Sher Bahadur Deoba, chief of the Nepali Congress, informed his colleagues and allies shortly ahead of the deadline that he would not be able to put together a coalition that has majority in the House and that he has withdrawing from the race. The formal withdrawal left the president with no option but to invite Oli to form a government again since he was the leader of the single largest party. Why Article 311 highlighted in Sachin Vase case? Answer. Suspended police officer Sachin Vase was dismissed from service by Mumbai Police Commissioner under Article 311, Subclause 2, Provision B, without a departmental inquiry in connection with the Mukesh Ambani terror scare case. In March, after his arrest by the NIA with his role in the Ambani terror scare case and subsequent murder of Mansukh Hiran, he was suspended. On 11 May, Mumbai Police Commissioner Nagrale dismissed him from service under Article 311 2B of the Indian Code. What does Article 311 say? It is meant to act as a safeguard for a civil servant that gives them a chance to respond to the charges in an inquiry so that he or she is not arbitrarily dismissed from service. The article also provides exceptions to these safeguards under Subclause 2, Provision B. It states, when an authority empowered to dismiss or remove a person or to reduce him in rank is satisfied that for some reason, to be recorded by that authority in writing, it is not reasonably practicable to hold such inquiry. Dismissal without departmental inquiry. Article 311 2A. If a governmental employee is convicted in a criminal case, he can be dismissed without a departmental inquiry. Article 311 2C says that a government employee can be dismissed when the president or the governor, as the case may be, is satisfied that in the interest of the security of the state, it is not expedient to hold such an inquiry, the employee can be dismissed without a departmental inquiry. What changes in compulsory service period relieved SRPF personnel? Answer. SRPF personnel had been seeking reduction in time period to 10 years, after which they could opt for a transfer to district police. The decision to reduce compulsory service period in the force was taken during a meeting of State Home Minister Dilip Walse Patil, State Environment Minister Aditya Thackeray, DGP Sanjay Pandey, and SRPF Chief ADG Archana Tyagi in attendance. An SRPF officer shifted to the district police has to serve only 2 years in headquarters before being assigned a police station or any other executive posting. Earlier, an SRPF official had to wait for 5 years to get an executive posting. Why IREDA was awarded Green Urja Award? Answer. The Indian Renewable Energy Development Agency had been awarded for their pivotal and developmental role played in green energy financing. The Indian Chamber of Commerce conferred IREDA with the award on 11 May. The award was received by Chairman and Managing Director of IREDA, Pradeep Kumar Das. IREDA disbursed the second highest loan amounting Rs 8,827 crores, indicating its ability to translate the ongoing crisis into an opportunity. It has successfully ensured safe and healthy environment for employees with its COVID care response team, who took care of employees as well as their families. IREDA comes under the Ministry of Renewable Energy for financing the renewable energy and energy efficiency projects in the country. Which extreme severe cyclonic storm warned Gujarat and Daman-Diu? Answer: Cyclone Taukte. The Indian Meteorological Department issued the warning for extremely severe cyclonic storm on 17 May. Cyclone Taukte intensified over Arabian Sea and moved north-northwestwards with 20 km/h wind speed. Predicted impact in areas Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Karnataka, Saurashtra, Daman and Diu, Kutch, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Goa, Dadra and Nagar Haveli. The name of cyclone Taukte comes from Burmese language meaning gecko, which is a highly vocal lizard known for its vocalizations. Who is appointed as India's women's team coach? Answer: Ramesh Pawar. The Board of Control for Cricket in India announced the appointment of former off-spinner Mr. Ramesh Pawar as the head coach of Team India Senior Women on 13 May. A public fallout with senior player Mithali Raj led to his ouster over 2 years ago. The Madanlal-led BCCI's Cricket Advisory Committee picked Pawar because of his previous experience as the Indian women's team head coach and the recent success with the Mumbai men's team. This is Pawar's second stint as the Indian women's team coach. Pawar was found to be a better candidate to look after the women's team. Also, he looked after the Mumbai team previously and women's cricket. Indian women's cricket is growing and was expected to grow more under Pawar. One word answers. Which Indian state built forest ponds for rainwater harvesting? Answer: Himachal Pradesh. Which country inducted first women soldiers batch in military police? Answer: India. Which Indian state became the first to have a digital flood reporting system? Answer: Assam. Who won the second Madrid Open title against world number 10 Matteo Berrettini? Answer: Alexander Zverev. Who was crowned as the Miss Universe 2020? Answer: Andrea Meza. Multiple choice questions. Who won ICC Men's Player of the Month April? The options are Babar Azam, Kane Williamson, Steve Smith, RJ Shastri. Who won ICC's Women's Player of the Month April? The options are Leigh Kasperek, Alyssa Healy, Megan Schutt, Amy Satterthwaite. Who became the new Chief Minister of Assam? The options are Sarbananda Sonowal, Hiteswar Saikia, Himanta Biswa Sarma, KC Gogoi. Who became the first Indian to win Sheikh Zayed Book Award? The options are Jhampa Lahiri, Dr. Tahira Kutubuddin, Arundhati Roy, Amrita Pritam. Which became the fourth Har Ghar Jal state or union territory? The options are Puducherry, Maharashtra, Punjab, Chandigarh. Please place your replies in the comment box below. Watching the video.